It's the Sayless Podcast with your girl, Comeiko Taylor.
What's up, people? Happy Wednesday. It is March 19th. March 19th. Can you believe we are already in the middle of freaking March? Like, it's almost over. Like, what is this, the first quarter of the year? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. But there's still time to be great in 2025. So welcome to Sayless Podcast. I am solo today. So it's really hard getting guests on here. A lot of people are interested, but they're working. You know, people are at work, people are at appointments. You know, it's just kind of hard getting guests on here, but we gonna make it work. Okay. So today's topic. Oh, also, before I continue on, I didn't realize when I took the break from Your Realtor and Sneakers that I had to reset everything in StreamYard for the lives to show up in my YouTube. My YouTube actually is at Real Estate with Comeiko, TAYLO 3635 is my YouTube. It wasn't recording. And so me and VP figured that out, and I had to reset up everything. So now, moving forward today and on, the live will be available in my YouTube. If you can't catch me live, you can go back later and watch it. Okay. So today's topic is adulting. Adulting is a scam. Okay. And what they didn't tell us about adulting. Or did they tell us and we just didn't listen? Okay. Because I know my mama told me a lot of things, rest in peace, mommy, that as a child, that today I'd be like, damn, she told me that. She told me that. But some things she didn't. Okay. So we're going to talk about it. So that is the topic. Adulting is a scam. What they didn't tell us. So say less. Let's talk about it. All right. So I did pull a few things because I didn't want to go. I wanted to be well-rounded in this topic because, you know, we all got a million, trillion, thousand stories about adulting and everything else, depending on how long you've been on this planet. Okay. I know I got a million of them. You think I've been here for 2,000 years. All right. The stories that I have about adulting. But we're just going to touch on some basic topics. So the first one I'm going to touch is let's just go into my real estate because I'm still your realtor and sneakers. You got any questions about real estate? You got anyone wanting to sell a property, buy a property, commercial property, land, you name it here in the DFW, Texas area, you holler at me because I got you. I do relocation. I'm licensed in all the state of Texas, but my jurisdiction I like to stay in is the DFW Fort Worth area. So again, still your realtor and sneakers. You still can reach out to me for any real estate questions or needs. I got you. But let's start out with that topic, okay? The illusion of home ownership. All right. So I always preach to people. I have first-time home buyer seminars, and I tell people all the time, home ownership is amazing. It's a fulfilling feeling that you own something of your own. You can do what you like, da, 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 da. And it is. It's great. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Been in our home for 4 years next month. And this is my first home purchase. It's not my husband's, but it's my first home purchase. And it's a great feeling. You know, I remember when we first got the house and I was doing something in the closet and tried to put up a hat rack because everybody know I'm a sneakerhead and I'm a baseball cap fanatic. And I was trying to put something up and it didn't go right. So I took it off and peeled the paint off the wall. And I was like, oh, snap. You know, in my mind, just being in that apartment, you know, mindset, I was like, oh, snap, I'm going to have to pay for this. Then I said, wait a minute, that's my damn house. So that feeling was just a great feeling. Okay. But I'm transparent with my people. I love with my clients to be real and transparent and tell you what it is, not to scare you off, but I'd rather you know the gist of it Know the truths of home ownership. That way you're not getting into something and you're being bamboozled. You're like, oh my God, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? I want you to be prepared and know what to prepare for. So prime example, when they talk about property taxes, maintenance, interest, all of that, okay? They tell you, oh, home ownership is great, but they sometimes they don't dig into that, all right? Especially the maintenance part. Okay. Everything's been peachy, Gucci, whatever around here. And we are preparing for our milestone birthdays this year. My 50th and my husband's 40th. And we're having a big old cowboy, cowgirl theme type of party in our backyard. Our backyard is pretty massive. And we're having that back there. We're bringing the horses down from Waco. And we got all these ideas. We're going to transform the backyard into a cowboy themed saloon type of thing. And then come to find out, we have A1 come out the other day, electric, and our circuit breaker, our panel, is out of compliance. Of course, our home is a 1988 home. And it's out of compliance. And the breaker broke once. And $12,000 later, $12,000 to replace circuit board. Okay, adulting is a scam, and they didn't tell me that part. Okay, they didn't. So now we need the electricity. So now we have to get the electricity and all that stuff done or whatever, so things can stop tripping. I can't run my treadmill with things on in the front room, other things on in the front room. I can't run my Cricut press t-shirts, because then I got to cut something off. That's crazy. That's ghetto. You know what I mean? So yeah, for me being a first time home buyer back then 4 years ago, they didn't tell me that. So yeah, I feel like it was a scam. Okay, it was a scam. Period, point blank. That's just that. Growing up, single mom, we didn't really hear anything about the definition of home ownership and how important it was. Just because of the way life was lifing back then for my mom, and she did her best with the four of us by herself. All right. So yeah, that I'm going to say, put that in the scam bucket when no one's telling you the real deal. All right. So let's see. We're going to talk about marriage and kids, how it ain't for everybody, because it ain't. Let's talk about it, because it ain't. All right. That was a scam in my book, because they don't tell you about the hard parts of parenting or marriage. Oh, they make marriage out to be this beautiful, wonderful thing. And oh my God, marriage is so blissful. And marriage is this. Baby, let me tell you something. Lie. I mean, don't get me wrong. It can be. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing when the good outweighs the bad. But baby, marriage ain't for the weak. You have got to be strong. All right? You have got to be strong, because it ain't for the weak and it ain't for everybody. Because marriage requires work in all capital letters. And it got to be two people that's willing to compromise and sacrifice and make it work. Okay? Kids. When I was little, I love kids. I was a baker. I was the one, I'll babysit. I was the one to, it's a birthday, I'll bake a cake, because I was a little Miss Betty Crocker baby back then. And I'll bake you a cake, I'll do all this, I'll do all that. And kids was like, until I had my own. And I didn't realize. Nobody told me. They made having kids look beautiful and fun. I mean, I had my son at 16. So that was very young. I wasn't, mentally prepared, mature, anything like that. I do know that. But I did the best that I could. I had a little bit more patience then. But then I turn around 12 years later and I have another one. Like, who does that? Who waits 12 years later to have another freaking kid? And by then I was damn near 30. Okay. And nobody told me that if you're going to have some kids, well, my mama did tell me that. She said, if you're going to have kids, have them early, get them out the way. But I didn't listen clearly. All right. So I can't say that was a scam. because she told me and my tail didn't listen. But by the time I had my daughter, I was damn near 30, and yeah, it wasn't for the weak. I ain't had no patience. I didn't have any. I still don't. Kids, you know how everybody love that FTK. Then people FTK all day long, and it's hilarious. But I love kids. Don't get me wrong. I don't ever want nobody to think that I hate kids. But go on and keep them your way. I don't have the patience. I do not. So I can honestly say that my children were not terrible children. My son had the temper, so he threw temper tantrums. He was pretty good. Other than that, and it took a minute for me to correct that, because I'll never forget when we lived in Washington, Seattle. Well, we was in Everett, Washington, when his dad was in the Navy, and we were in Kmart, and this was back in 1995, 6, 1997, something like that. But we were in Kmart, and he fell out. He fell out. He just So I said, "Oh, okay. You falling out?" I must have fell on that floor. I started kicking and screaming, and you name it. I did everything, to the point when by the time I was done, I looked over at my son, and he was just sitting there quiet in awe. Yeah, because I can embarrass you too. You want to embarrass me? And I can't beat your butt in this store like I would if we was at home, because you wouldn't be cutting up like this. You showing out, I'm going to show out. And I showed out. And I really, honestly, from that point on, I didn't really have a problem with him no more. Because he probably said, my mama crazy. To this day, my son 32, when he say my mama crazy. He right. You know what I'm saying? But so for the adulting with children and all of that, I can't really say that was a scam, because my mama told me. She did. And then I remember me as a child with my mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised my mama handprint ain't like tattooed right here on my face, because I was a good kid. I wasn't a bad kid. However, I was a true Gemini, very sarcastic, very smart mouth. And all I would ever hear, I can still hear. Sometimes I still hear it. My mom's in heaven, and sometimes I still hear it. That's crazy. I still hear, "God damn it, Comeiko." I still be hearing it. Voices. That's when I be knowing, okay, girl, you need to chill out. Because she's still around. She be watching. So, marriage and children, the marriage part, for me, I'm gonna say a scam. I mean, this is my second marriage. I don't consider my first marriage a marriage. Okay? Because I was only 18. What was I? 18? Yeah, I think I was 18. I had my son when I was 17. Yes, I was like 18, 19. And we was probably married for, hell, I don't even remember. But I don't even consider that a marriage. I really don't. Because I didn't know who the hell I was, and he damn sure ain't know who the hell he was. Okay? We was just two big ass kids trying to figure stuff out. All right? It wasn't until we moved to Vegas for some time. We lived in Vegas for a little while, and I had to wake up and open my eyes and say, "Girl, what the hell are you doing?" And took my tail right on back to Cali. All right? And that's when it ended. So yeah, that's that for the marriage and the kids. All right. So let's see. Another topic for adulting and scamming. Let's just choose self-care, because that was somewhat of the topic last week. The weight of it all. Self-care. When you finally truly learn what it is, it's a scam. It was a scam. Because it entails so much, believe it or not. It depends on where you are, or I don't know. I guess I'll say it depends on your mental. Because if your mental is weak, then dude, she just came and flopped on my foot. She's like 1,000 pounds. I'm gonna have to put her in her crate moving forward, y'all, because she just be tap dancing. Did y'all hear her tap dancing just through the house? She just tap dances through the house and comes under the table right here and flops on me or lays her body on me. It's crazy. And it's not until I get involved in something or I'm on the phone or something like that, and then she wants to come and be all around. But what she doesn't know is that she's being dropped off to Camp Bow Wow tomorrow for the weekend. G-Ma needs a break. I need a break, okay? But as I was saying, self-care, they say it's so self-care. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to. They don't tell you how you have to change your mindset depending on where it is for self-care. Self-care, it can be simple, it can be hard, because it just depends on where you are mentally. And some things that they consider self-care can be really hard to jump into, especially when you feel like you're not worthy. You know what I'm saying? As an individual or person. So self-care, it's not simple for some people. And then some people who are very confident within themselves, their minds are strong, they're very straightforward with life and stuff like that. Self-care is just a breeze to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, self-care, you know what? Forget everybody today. I'm doing this for me today. You're so easily to jump into that selfish mode when technically it really ain't selfish because it's self-care. You have to put yourself first. But of course, to the outside world who doesn't understand and it's all about them, they'll take it as if it's just selfish. But it ain't. It's self-care. Okay? Your health should matter more than anybody else's. How can you possibly be there and be the strong person for other people when you ain't even taking care of yourself? So yes, self-care to me, when I first got familiar with it, is a scam, because they ain't tell me how hard it would be to adjust to that lifestyle of embracing it. And yeah, they didn't tell me that, Also, true enough, how capitalism turned wellness into another bill, because some self-care is expensive. And I say again, it's easy to go out there if you got money and to pay for certain things for self-care, but then the self-care that doesn't require a lot of monetary transactions, it's harder because it's discipline. It's self-discipline. But again, other self-cares. Oh, did y'all know? Made me think. Did y'all know that Massage Envy has gone up on their prices? I went to book a massage a couple of months back, right? They say that's self-care. Get a massage, release all the stresses, and and I'm like, oh, that would be nice. You know what I'm saying? To get massaged up and just release the tensions and the stresses of everyday life. And I went to go book. And the last time I booked was my wedding day. The morning of my wedding, I blocked off 3 hours to myself. I cut my phone off. I went and got my grande triple upside down cinnamon dolce, no whip, no foam, with cinnamon powder on top. All right. And I went and got me a massage. I got a facial. That 3 hours before my wedding was for me. And I think it was $60 for 60 minutes or something of that, around that ballpark. Well, when I went to go book a couple of months back, it is $150 now for 60 minutes. I'm in the wrong business. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And mind you, it ain't the whole damn 60 minutes. Okay? 10 of it, well, total of maybe 20 of it is allowing you to undress and redress. Come on, y'all. Why are y'all making self-care so expensive for folks when self-care is so important to the mind, body, and soul? It's crazy to me. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. So that right there was a scam. Okay, that's what they did not tell us. How expensive it could possibly be to obtain self-care. That's crazy. That's why people is turning to meditation. That's free. Baby, meditation is free. You can do it when you want to, how you want to. Yeah. That's why people are turning to that side of the meditation and connecting to the universe and the nature and ground. And because to be honest with you, again, I said last week, your mental is everything. Your mental on point is strong. You know what I'm saying? Those things to me resonate more. That you benefit from it more than temporary pleasure. Because when you think about all these other self-care things, going to get a facial and a massage, and what's some other self-care things that you have to pay for? Of course, well, depending on your insurance, therapy. I don't need no more of that. I didn't have too much of that in my life, and I've obtained many tools to deal with things. So I'm good on that. I don't need no therapists, no shrinks, no more in my life, because I got everything. I absorbed it, okay, and retained it. So I have the tools. But you know, those things are temporary. When you think about outside of therapy, they're temporary. You know, you get a massage and you feel good, and you get up and walk away, and then a week later you still stressed out about light bills and cable bills and car notes and car insurances and mortgages and rent and people getting on your damn nerves, your job and everything else. And then them little lumps is back again. Okay. But when you meditate, you pray, you crawl into your secret closet, you know, you connect with the ground and nature and all of those things, that's free. And when you do it on a daily, it's something, it's a beautiful feeling. I'm just going to say that. And if you haven't tried it, try it. I mean, it is really fulfilling. It is. Now, I haven't gotten too good on getting in tune with the nature. Okay. I'm working on that. Everybody know that I ain't truly a city girl. I've been in Texas 13 years, and I have yet to connect with this nature. I don't know how long it's going to take, but yeah, when it comes to they say go outside and go barefoot and go touch a tree and stand by it. No, because I don't know what's in that grass. And yeah, I don't know what's them things out here called locusts, them things that make them loud noises. Our front tree in the front yard I'm looking at right now. They be dope. They be making track songs. They be dropping. The shells be outside the door. I didn't even know. I thought the thing was in it. And my pest control guy was like, no, that's just its shell. Well, why is the shell stuck looking like a whole body on the damn door? I can't do it. But I'm going to pray on it. I'm going to keep praying on it to be able to embrace nature. Because I know it's a beautiful thing because God created it. I don't know why he created certain things, but everything they say he creates has a purpose. Okay. I'm just trying to figure it out. What are the purposes? And whatever purposes that there is, why do they have to involve us? If there's a water bug or anything like that, whatever its purpose is, it ain't got nothing to do with my house. Why is it in here? Okay, is it running from something? Don't run in here. So yeah, I'm still praying on that, and I'm like dead serious. It ain't even funny. Like I'm for real. I am petrified of bugs. Everybody that know me know it. Everybody have always said, "Oh, you the toughest person. You don't bow down to nobody. You about that life. You know when people disrespect." Yeah, I am. Yeah, we can go toe to toe all day long. I ain't got no problem when it comes to disrespecting or messing with my people and minds and whatever case may be. But I promise you, if you come at me with a bug, I'm bowing down. You got it. It's yours. I quit. I lost. You can have it. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got time. It ain't that I'm scared of them or scared of bugs. It's the creepiness of it. Like, I don't know what it is. Oh, that thing, you're bigger than that thing. Okay. But why does it have 25,000 legs? That's bananas to me. So sometimes I don't question God, you know? Man, what's their purpose on earth? Why? Why are they here? So yes, okay, that self-care stuff was a low-key scam to me. And they didn't tell me that that's what it required. All right. So let's talk about making friends as adults. Okay. How ghetto it is. If y'all knew some stories that I have dealt with the past 2 years with associates and friends, and I don't understand why I've gone through what I've gone through with these people in the past 2 years. It is so confusing to me when all you do is care. You care and you want to be there and you want to grow together. You want these people that everybody know I'm real selective on, and when you do come in my circle, you mean something to me. So I'm going to rock with you. I'm going to ride with you. Your battle's going to be my battles. We're going to figure it out because we're going to ride together and we're going to rise together. When I get there, you coming with me. When you get there, I'm coming with you. That's just my demeanor. And then it seems like, man, the loyalty today it is gone. Genuine friendships are freaking gone. I don't care what nobody say. It's ghetto. It's ghetto that we adults and we can't even come across genuine, real friendships anymore. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, no one told us that it would be this hard to make genuine connections with people. And then when you do think that you made a genuine connection with someone, you run into these people like, I don't want to single Texas out. Don't get me wrong. I don't, because I'm from Cali for life, but I love Texas. I came here and I love it. And you couldn't pay me to move anywhere else at this time in my life. I don't know how I'll be feeling in another 15, 20 years. God say the same. But I love Texas. But for some reason, Texas people love to sweep stuff under the rug. Don't know how to communicate. Don't know how to sit down and say, hey, let's talk about this. What did I do to you? What did you do to me? Let's figure it out. I didn't know that my apologies. I didn't know that I came with you that, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of them, either you get cut off and don't care to understand where one was coming from, or they just sweep it under the rug. You get into it, and then they act as if nothing ever happened, and they come calling you the next day, telling like, what you do? No. Comeiko don't operate like that. We're going to sit down and we're going to talk about why we fell out, and we're going to fix it so it don't happen again. And for some odd reason, it just don't happen like that out here. So yeah, that's a scale. Mm-hmm. Nobody told us that making friends as an adult would be this ghetto. It was a scam. They didn't tell us this. They did not tell us this. It's bananas. It's crazy. But that definitely was a scam. So be careful who you make connections with. Be mindful. Pay attention. Study their way. It doesn't make sense that we have to put in that much work when we come across someone that we feel like is genuine and is going to be there, a long life friend, that you have to, on the low, people. You got to peep game. You got to watch how they move, watch what they say. It's sad that you have to do that. Sometimes you have to test people too. You just can't, honesty is not there. And we're getting ready to, my VP is about to jump in here shortly and announce this week's artist. And when we come back, I'm going to tell y'all a story that happened to me yesterday. And we're going to leave the friends thing alone and know that was a scam, because we can dig deeper into that, which one of our episodes we are going to talk about friendships and relationships in 2024, 2025. But I got a story to tell y'all about it. I guess integrity, maybe. Nobody told us that it was a scam, to how dishonest people are. But when we come back from the feature artist of the week, we're going to talk about that.
Yes, indeed. Good stuff. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. When you get a chance, you can go to blastradio247.com and listen to independent artists all around the globe. That's blastradio247.com. And today, our special artist is Ann Sharia, an amazing young lady. And this song is called So Lost. Let's check it out. And that is Ann Sharia with So Lost. And if you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet or an up-and-coming comedian looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, you too can go to blastmusic247.com, register as an unlimited fan, and have access to hundreds of independent music. Blast. We're constantly changing the industry one artist at a time. All right, back to you.
Hey, thanks. Oh, I hope y'all like that because I did, because that's my girl. I'm so proud of her. Y'all go find her, check her out. I don't have her links, but she does have a full album, I believe Spotify, and a couple of other platforms. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed that because she is dope. So yeah, but let me get into yesterday. We're gonna talk about we're gonna incorporate in what I researched and came up with. We're gonna go ahead and throw this in there, I guess, about integrity and people, and how it's a scam because well, I guess maybe not, because we were told that some people are dishonest and not honest or whatever the case may be. But geez Louise, where is people's conscience? Like, it's crazy to me how, okay. So yesterday I go on 7-Eleven, right? So I've been with Navy Federal since 1998. And at 7-Eleven ATMs are free to us. So I went to go withdraw some money. Okay. I actually made 2 transactions. Because I had made a transaction. I was like, I might as well go ahead while I'm here now because I ain't going to have a chance to run by Navy Federal or whatever the case may be. So I did another transaction. When I'm on the phone with my husband, so I'm distracted, you know what I'm saying? Because we in a deep conversation about gazebos and pergolas and everything else. And I grabbed the receipt, but that's all I remember. So I grabbed the receipt. I was on my way to get my hair braided, and I grabbed me a Gatorade and my little them wrap chips, the Migos wrap chips, the sour cream and onion. They go hard. They go hard. Like, I'm addicted. I keep them in business. If anybody they say, why are they still on the shelf? Because I be keeping them in business. Big back energy. But so I grab my little snacks or whatever. I get to the register. I pay. I get in the car, and I'm looking. I'm feeling all around. I'm like, dude, what the heck? What happened to that second transaction or whatever? And so I go back in the store. I'm looking around. I tell the cashiers, hey, I took money out. I don't see it. So they're helping me look. We're going through the trash. We're doing all that. Can't find it. So I'm like, say, man, like, I can't let this go. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. So I asked where the manager was to run the cameras. They were like, oh, she's not here yet. So I was like, well, I'll wait around. They said she was on her way. I'll wait around. So the manager comes and I'm telling her, what happened. And I said, I don't recall me taking my money out. I couldn't have because, it was $200. It's not a 20. It's not two 20s. It's $200. So if that drops, that's extremely visible if it drops on the floor. And we searched this store high and low. So she was like, oh, I can go and look at the cameras. She came back. She looked at the camera. She was like, yeah. She was like, yep. A lady with 2 pigtails, a yellow sweater, little heavy set, black lady. She said, you were at the ATM at this time. You walked away. I saw your second transaction. She said you grabbed your receipt, but you didn't grab your money. She said, and then she came in 10 minutes later and she grabbed your money, put it in her pocket, then made a transaction herself and then left. I said, wow. So I called the police. We pressing charges. I'm calling the police. Glen Heights PD came, took the report, went to go look at the footage, saw the footage, or whatever. One of the young men, the cashier guy, says she's pretty much a regular. She comes in there a lot. So they were like, okay, well, next time she comes in, can you call us so we can try to ID her, or whatever the case. So, of course, got a call from the officer. He completed my report. It's over with the detective now. The detective's going to scrub the footage and try to, watch her outside the car she gets in, run the license plate or whatever. And I'm pressing charges. So I said that to say that was in a way low key a scam as far as people saying telling you how dishonest people can be and how, that's $200. How do you even feel okay with just like, ooh, I understand when we walking and ain't nobody around and it's a 20 on the ground. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you, Lord, because ain't nobody around, ain't nobody to turn it into. That was for me. But $200, ma'am, and it's still sticking in the ATM. Literally, it's clearly evident that somebody forgot to grab their money. So how do you feel not okay with taking that money and giving it to the cashier and say somebody left their money in the ATM? Because I know for me, that's what I would have did. Even if it was a 20, because I don't live like that. Karma, that baby alive and she real. She alive and she real. Okay. So even if it was a 20 for me, I would have been like, oh, somebody left their 20 in the ATM. Because one thing my mother, rest her soul, taught us growing up, somebody is always watching. I don't care when you look around, you think ain't nobody around. Somebody is always watching, and it ain't just God. Okay. A lot of y'all don't know it's cameras everywhere around your city. You don't even know they there. They watching us. So I'm just like, wow, that is crazy. So yeah, to me, that was a scam because I understand. That's straight up theft. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just ghetto. It's ghetto. And yeah, I'm pressing charges. So they're working on it. And I don't care if she's 9 to 5. I don't care if the lady is 98. I'm pressing charges. Because come on, man. You know better. You've been on earth this long. You know better. That's wrong. So yes, that was a scam and it was ghetto. And they didn't tell me that. Okay? They didn't tell me that part. It's ridiculous. But so I'll talk on one more subject about adulting as a scam. And I'm gonna choose side hustle pressure. Side hustle pressure. They tell you that, oh, entrepreneurship is beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. Oh, working for yourself is great. You're the boss. And this, and that. They didn't tell you how extremely hard it is. They didn't tell you about the dark days. They didn't tell you about the many broke days. They didn't tell you about the sacrifices. They didn't tell you about the days where you just want to throw in the towel and you just want to give up on the whatever the hell your business is and life. They didn't tell you none of that. They just make entrepreneurship look so good. Oh, I ain't got to clock in to nobody else's clock. You work when you're an entrepreneur, you're working every day, all day, 24/7, okay? Trying to build. It stresses you out, your mental, your physical. It's been a many a times. I've been an entrepreneur for this year would be 3 years. And I still have yet to scratch the ground. Okay? There's been a many a times I've truly wanted to just give up and say, okay, let me just go back to corporate world. And then I stop and think and say, but you was miserable in corporate world all those years that you worked in it. Explaining why you're 2 minutes late. What? But I'm going to tell you this, and people that know me know this. I ain't going to lie. I was blessed because I ain't answered to nobody in none of my jobs. Like 100. Like if I was late, I was late. Like if I took a extra 30 minutes on my lunch, I took an extra 30 minutes on my lunch. I mean, I'm a Gemini, so they say that Geminis are natural, and my aura color is red. So we're natural leaders. And so I guess that's just something that's always been in me. And I know that we have to answer to people in life in certain situations. But nah, if I'm here at work, just be glad that I made it. Okay. Be glad that I'm here. I made it. I'm here. Okay. Because I'm 2-3 minutes late. You making that a big deal? You being petty. So the things to worry about. All right. So that's one beautiful thing about being an entrepreneur, because you don't have to. But building a business, and it's a lot. It's a lot, and it will take a toll on your mental. And I have had many dark moments in these past 3 years. But this is my 3rd year. I'm claiming it to be the year of success. Yeah. So I'm gonna say that side hustle pressure. Yeah, it was a scam. Following your passion, and being burnt out and unpaid labor. I mean, I don't even want to talk about the money. Thank you to my husband, because my husband has been a huge support. Even though he has his moments where he be like, "Hey, this ain't working out." He have his moments, and he snapped back in it, and he tapped back into my dream, and he says, "You can do this." But if I sat down and counted the money over the past 3 years that I have dished out with this real estate business of mine, being under a broker and having to pay broker fees and MLS fees and marketing, and I don't even want to talk about it. I probably could have like a half of a down payment on a car or something. I don't know. but it ain't for the birds, and it's not easy. So yeah, that was a scam. That was definitely a scam, and they didn't go into detail about how much it would take to be an entrepreneur. Okay, so I am going to end this with the fact that we are all just winging it. We all just winging life. You know, it's one of them things where whatever comes your way, just be strong enough to deal with it, get through it, and just we're winging it. None of us has actually figured it out. And if you did, call me today, 619-319-0331, and tell me what you figured out, because I don't think none of us have. We just winging it. We just going day by day. Social media tends to make us think that we got it all figured out. Y'all better stop with that social media stuff. Y'all better look at that social media stuff and let it go in one eye out the other. Because I promise you, social media have you stressed out if you're one of them gullible people that retain and sink in and compare yourself to what other people got going on and what they got. Man, bump that. You don't know what people going through. They might have this and they might have that, but I guarantee you they living with their mama, their daddy, their sister, their cousin, their brother. Okay? Things are deceiving. And people act like they got it together and they really don't. Okay? A lot of people ain't transparent and don't just be real about their life because for whatever reason. But my motto is be real in who you are and be transparent. Because who gonna do something about it? People gonna talk. Regardless of if you perfect or you not, they gonna find something to talk about. But what I ain't gonna do is get on social media and be fake and be something that I'm not. Either you like me or you don't. Okay? And if you don't like me, there's a whole lot of other people in the world you can like. Okay? All right. So life is too short, and let's just keep winging it, guys. But that's my show for today. Adulting is a scam, and what they did not tell us, or did they tell us? So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're tuned in, if you're not, you can watch this show or this episode on my YouTube, and it's at Real Estate with Comeiko, TAYLO 3635. The link will be in my on my Facebook, so that you can also click on that, watch the show. Share. Once again, if you want to join in on my podcast, on any of my shows, and jump in on a topic, or if you just want to jump in and maybe share your business or what you do, or just get on here and chit chat, say less. We gonna do it. So until next week at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, Wednesday, guys, have a rest of a blessed week, and be safe, be strong, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.
It's the Sayless Podcast with your girl, Comeiko Taylor.